Okay. I just need to do something here.
Yeah,
Okay,
you just
we are
have to click
live.
pause it.
We are live now. Meenakshi.
Yeah, she's left. She's accidentally left.
Oh my God. Hey.
No, you've got to, because it says you've got to got it. You've got to press on that.
Yes, you've got to press got it, and I think she must have pressed leave. So she's
Yes, she must have pressed leave. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
She'll be
ladies,
back in.
we are live on Facebook, and today Meenakshi is going to teach us Idli Sambar. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Yippee! Our favorite dish. Thank
Our
you.
favorite, and you know, it has been voted as the most lightest and the best breakfast of the world. So Idli Sambar it is today. And have you ever eaten Hotel Udupi's Idli Sambar? That's a very famous hotel in India, you know. Idli Sambar.
Yeah.
Very famous.
It's a good healthy meal as well.
Yeah, because
It's
it's
very
steamed.
balanced.
Steamed. So hence, hey,
There, she's back.
Meenakshi.
Yeah, we are back. I got a shock. I'm like, oh, where is I'm gone somewhere?
Okay, Meenakshi, you're on Spotlight and it's ready.
So thank you, Rashmiji. So namaskaram, everyone. Welcome to IIW.
I just started recording.
Right, okay. Namaskaram, everyone. Welcome to IIW cooking classes with me, Chef Meena. So today we're going to make idli that everybody wants to know. It's the special from South India. So we're going to learn South Indian special idli, and it's everybody's favorite sambar that goes to fantastic combination. So I'm going to show you how to make proper batter from home. And then first we will make idli and then we start sambar. So every time we start the class, we will start with little prayer. In Telugu, we call it puja. That's what our language is. We speak language for Telugu. So I will show you. So हम लोगों को ये मानना है ना, कोई भी अच्छा काम करने से पहले हम आशीर्वाद लेंगे भगवान से. So that's what I always includes in my classes. So that's Lord Ganesha and Shirdi Sai Baba. And I kept a fruit here, and this is like a small cherry tomato from our garden plant. So I put that one also God today. And we're going to offer idli first to the God as a prasadam, and then we're going to have as a family. So of course you all coming for dinner tonight. So we all going to share idli. So first, put your hands together. So if you want to, you can repeat with me. So हम सब लोगों को ये मानना है भगवान एक ही होता है. So you just put your hands together, and if you want, you can repeat with me, or you just say thank you to your elders, or you just say prayer in your own, whichever God you believe in. So I put hands together. Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Shri Sainath Maharaj ki Jai. Shukriya. So first we will start with the idli. So I'll show you the batter. These are all the ingredients that we're going to use today. So this is the batter. So whoever is missed, on Sunday, I made like a small video call to show you. So if you missed, don't worry. Whenever you want to make at your home, just give me a ping. I will help you with the video call how to make fresh batter at home. Anything with the dosa, with idli. So I am here now. So you can just let me know, oh, Meena, I want to make it 2 days time something. I will still help you. So here, I did is.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yeah, of course.
Is idli batter and dosa batter the same, or are they different?
No, it's completely different.
Completely different.
I know in this country, you will get a fresh batter. But they say in that batter, they will always say, oh, you can use this one for dosa, you can use this one for idli also. But dosa will come okay, idli won't come perfectly. So never believe that one when they say both are the same. Even if you buy it, just use for dosa, don't use it for idli. I tried myself, they will come like a, not perfect, like a so rubbery stuff like that. So if you can, please try to make at home. It's so easy, so simple, and we all know there's no chemicals. It's so good for you. So all I did in
just
this one.
To recap, just quick making the batter, just without telling us that you have to wash, you got to do this, just quick ingredients. And
definitely. Please write it down if you want to, or I will send you a link later on. So all I did is you soak 1 cup of urdu dal, which is white lentils, and then 2.5 cups of idli rava in separate bowl. So I soaked 1 in a bowl, lentils, and in separate bowl, I soaked 2.5 cups of idli rava. And then you leave it overnight. And the next day afternoon, you just blend the lentils first into the smooth paste. So if you need to, you can add a bit of water because grinder won't blend properly without water. So try to make it as smooth as you can. It has to be nice and paste. And you keep that one.
When you blended it, you blended them separately as well. Did you?
Separately. You don't need to blend idli rava. That's already soaked ready.
Yeah.
So only you are blending is the lentils, which is white lentils.
Yeah.
So you make it paste and you remove it in a bowl, a deep bowl, something like this, roughly. So once the lentils is ready, nice and paste, and you got this idli rava on your side, what you do is you throw away the water from the idli rava and you just take each from your palm and squeeze all the water and drop it in here until you finish all the rava. And then you mix it. In the lentils, when you're soaking, you have to add 1 teaspoon of salt. And both you mix like this. So best to mix it with your hands when you're doing that way. Don't use any wooden spoon or things like that. Because what you're doing is you need to get nice air into the batter. So try to do it with your hands, just twisting it like this and just do it like this. So that way you are nicely. It's best to do with your hands, whatever. We all know that, isn't it? Our food is best if you can touch it, if you can feel it. So do that way and just leave it overnight. So it at least need 6 to 8 hours roughly to fermentate in a warm room. And this morning, I just kept it in the fridge for a couple of hours. And 3-4 o'clock, I just took it out. So if you think the batter is a bit thicker, you can add tiny bit of water. So what you're looking is this consistent.
Yeah.
Something like that. It looks so beautiful though.
So for fermentation, you didn't put anything else but let it ferment overnight.
Nothing.
That's good.
All it is
natural.
urdu dal, salt, and rava. That's
lovely.
all it is. So,
and is rava semolina? Rava is same as semolina?
No, it's not. It's idli rava. I will send you the pictures. In any shops, they will write it. They will say rava idli. That's what they mention on the top. And then that's all it is. See how good it is. There's no chemicals. And this, let's say this portion, you can easily get like 3 to 4 adults once. Even if it left over, it sits in the fridge for 3 to 4 days. So once you make it, you can have idli whenever you want to. You just came back from clinic or whatever, quickly put it in, and then by the time you change this, the idli is ready for you. So I'm going to show you how to make it. So I got a idli steamer here. Okay. So I just put some water in here. So you will get easily in any shops now, in Indian shops. So I got water till, let's say not halfway, but like a quarter, let's say. If I put it this way, you can see the water level. So what you need to do with this one is you just switch on the flame and then you need to boil a little bit. So it's nice and warm. So it's ready when you put the idlis in, the steamer is ready to start boiling. If you do that later, it takes a lot of time. So safety comes first. I am putting the idli steamer here. So I always check the flame and then only I will put the pan on top, which is the safety I always do in my classes. So see, now I can see the flame. I'm just keeping it onto the medium. And then I'm putting the steamer there. So what I'm looking now is I want the water to be ready. So when I put the idli trays in there, it should start cooking. So you always have to remember that. If you do this, or if you put idli plates and then switch on the flame, everything, it may take a long time because the water has to heat up. So try to do that. So that's heating.
Meenaji,
Yeah.
is it a bad idea to have boiled water in the kettle and pour that in the pan?
No, you can do that, Shagufta-ji. Of course you can do it. Yeah, that's nothing wrong in that one. Of course you can do it this way or that way. It doesn't matter. But make sure when you're putting the idli trays, the water has to start bubbling.
Steam,
Something like that. So if that comes and then you know, oh, it's ready to put the idli trays. So these are the trays that you can buy anywhere. So for now, you can see I got 4 trays. So what you always need to remember is don't put any idli batter on the bottom one. Because what will happen sometimes when the water is boiling, sometimes the water comes onto the bottom one. So you may have like a soggy idli, something like that. So the safest way, don't put anything on the bottom one. Then you will get nice idlis for the 3 more trays. So if you got, of course, if you got bigger tray with 6 trays, 7 trays, whatever, you can obviously fill it up. So what you need to do is you need to remove the top bit, the black one, that every idli tray will have. And what you need to do is you just take 1 tray first, not the bottom one. And what you do is you just apply some oil to it, any oil. Some people do this with ghee. So if you're happy, of course, you can do with the ghee. So all you're doing is you're dipping your fingers and you're just doing this. So by doing this, the idlis won't stuck to the bottom. That's the main thing. So it's optional. Any oil you can use, sunflower, if you want rapeseed oil, vegetable oil, anything. I'm using sunflower oil. It doesn't matter anyway. You can use ghee, melted ghee. So that's the first step. You just put the oil for all the trays quickly. Like this. So if you've got children, so obviously they can help you because this is the best fun bit. My children always come and help me with this thing. If they don't, the worktop, if they can't reach it, so they will put a stool on and they will stand on the top. They will love to do this, putting the oil, and they will love to do it when I'm putting the batter on the trays. They like, it's nice fun way because it's not onto the gas. So it's nice way to introduce kids for the cooking. That's the main thing. So have a look. So you're just doing this again for the batter. So when I did it yesterday, it's all the batter is towards the bottom because I leave it for overnight for almost like 8 to 9 hours. You can see how nicely risen the batter is. And it's perfect. This is what you are looking for. So once the batter is ready, you just put 1 scoop. That's all you need. So take 1 scoop. Usually we use this spoon for dal, isn't it? Whenever we use it, or rasam. So you just take whole, you can see that. So that's all you need. You don't need any more than that. If you try to fill up more than that, it will stuck to the bottom trays. So try just to do this bit. If something came outside, you just push it. So that's the first tray. So I'm showing you again. So not the bottom one. So just put that one. That's the first tray. I'm showing you again. So just take the full spoon and then push it. So just do this. Yeah, don't press too much.
Yeah. Is this stainless steel, your tray?
It
Yeah,
is.
stainless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's something I want to invest into. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get anywhere, Shagufta ji. I'm sure you can get anywhere or online.
Yeah.
So
I'll try and get it on from Leicester.
yeah, definitely.
That's
Yeah, you can get. So now they are like a triangle, circle. So many of them came up now. Before there's only circle, now there's triangle. There is also mini idli tray. You can get mini idli tray also. So that's all you need to do. So just take this and then just drop it. So don't try to push it or anything. You just giving them rest. That's all you're doing. So if you want to shake a bit, so you can see it's all settling.
So Meena ji, do you add any Eno or soda bicarbonate or anything?
No, nothing, Alka ji. You don't need anything. You don't
Just
need
salt, right?
That's
you
all.
had it.
That's all. 1 teaspoon of salt when you're soaking the lentils.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's the good thing about making the homemade one. And then in the end, you just put this one on top.
Sorry, you said when you soak, you put what? Sorry, to ferment it. Did you say something just now?
No,
you don't put anything. Just soak it overnight.
You don't
Yeah,
need nothing.
yeah.
So
okay.
that's the idli trays. Okay, I'm going to put it in the tank. If you
Yeah.
got some more, let's say if you got leftover some more, and you think, oh, the idli trays won't be enough for my family. I got 3 more adults or something like that. So instead of you waiting that idli tray finish and then removing and then putting it on again, what you can do is you can also do it in a bowl. So you don't have to have the trays. So what I'm doing is any rice cooker. I believe we all have rice cookers, right, in the house.
Yeah.
So any rice cooker, you put some water in, okay? Just roughly to get that steamer. There's no measurement for the water, this much, that much, and nothing like that. And you take any bowl. I'm taking in some steel round bowl that I got in the house, okay? And you put some oil in here, just like roughly like a half a teaspoon something. And you just coat onto like a circle onto the bowl. So you don't need to wait until the tray done and then remove those things and then put on again the next batch, nothing like that. So all you're doing is just dropping some batter in here. So this will come like a little cake. So all you do is you just cut it like a cake. You don't need to remove from the bowl, just cut it like a cake and then just have it like a nice slice. It's same like dokla, let's say. You know, dokla usually comes round and then we cut it like a triangle something, isn't it?
Yeah.
So exactly same thing. But dokla, we can do like a upside down when it's finished, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this one, you may, I don't know, I never tried, so I don't think you will get that way. So what you do is you just shake and you just cut them into pieces and take them from the spoon and you will get it. So all you can see the batter is done. So what you do now is you just put it in your rice cooker. Any plate you got in your house, any plate, any steel plate that fits on top of your bowl, okay? And then you just put this one in the rice cooker. Exactly how you cook it, whatever rice cooker you got, you'll put it, and then when the pressure goes down, it will finish the rice, isn't it? So it's exactly the same formula. So this one now I'm putting in the rice cooker. So So my rice cooker is up here. I'm just putting the lid on and switching it on. Washing my hands. Just put this tray in. So one batch is already gone in the rice cooker. And then the main trays, we're going to put it in now. So I'll show you, the water is ready. You can see. It's nice and almost bubbling. So that's the consistent you are seeing. Now we're going to put these idli trays in there. So I only got 3 trays and also we got like a cake. So all you're doing is be careful because it's hot water. Safety comes first. So always try to tighten this before you're doing this again. Just in case if it's loose, tighten it bit. And then all you're doing is slowly from the top, you're just slowly putting it in there. And then remove your hand. Where with so much care, do that step. And then this is the plate I got for the, but I'm not waiting for the whistle or anything like that. I just keep it roughly like 20 to 25 minutes. And then I'm going to switch it off. So you just put it that way. And then we just wait that to get into nice steamer. There we go. That's idli. See how easy, how fresh it is. So that's how easy it is. Only thing we have to have some patience is to soak, do this, do that. That we all have to do. So, right. So the next is we're going to do our South Indian sambar. Yum, yum, yum. So I'm going I'm going to take a bowl or pan, not bowl. So always safety comes from first. So I'm putting the pan here. So I'm going to see the flame first and then switch it on. Once you see the flame, it's always safe. Put your pan on. So that way we are not making mistake, or when we are busy, we may think the gas is on, but it may not on. So it's a bit risky, especially when you got children running here, running there or something when you're busy. So into the pan first, I'm going to add olive oil. Of course, you can use sunflower oil, any oil you wish to. So roughly 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil in goes. So this is the classic traditional way of South Indian sambar. So if you want to have the proper way, this is the best recipe that you can follow. Not to worry, if you missed any of these today, I will still I sent you the links in our group, but I can still show you whenever you are ready to make it. I will help you, not to worry. So I got my dabba ready with all the things. So I'm sure you all have this one at home. So in Telugu, we say it talimpu dabba, but in Hindi, I'm guessing tadaka. Is that right? Yeah.
We call it spice box. Yeah.
Spice box. It's the same. Yeah, we call it dabba. Yeah. So what I'm showing here is, of course, with sambar, you can put everything first. You can put dal and let the carrots, everything cook first. Or to save the washing, this and that, what you can do is you can put tadka first, and then you can put everything else in one thing, and that gives a lot of flavor because everything is going in the same pan. And for us, of course, it saves washing up, and it's more flavor comes when you do everything in one pan. So that's why I'm doing everything in one pan. So we're going to do tadka, which we call talimpu in Telugu first. And then we're going to add everything else. You will see one by one. So first, I'm just checking the oil is ready. How you check oil is ready is if you put your hand on the top of the pan, you should get nice warmth onto your hand. then you know the oil is ready, because we don't want to heat up the oil too much and we don't want it to be too low when we add the ingredients. So the first, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of chana dal, and 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, and 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, and 1 teaspoon of urd dal, which is white lentils, and 2 red chilies, dry red chilies. So you don't need to break because I'm adding the green chilies also. So we're mixing. By mixing, and what you're doing here is I'm cooking, and also I want to release all the flavors from the cumin, everything, because cumin is very good for health. So you try to release the aroma from the spices, mainly from the cumin. So that's all we need for now with this talimpu box, spice box. Next, into this one, I'm going to add onions, which I cut it this way. So for sambar, you can get special sambar onions. They are very tiny ones. So if you can get them, fantastic, please use them. If not, any onion will do. I just cut them into the nice big chunks. So it's nice when you're having sambar, when you get nice big chunks of onions. It's so tasty. They are nice, juicy, sweet. So any onion is fine. So you just add them in the next step of the tadaka. And few green chilies, 1 or 2. It's up to you how much spice you can take it. And of course, South is main, has to have curry leaves. So fresh curry, have to be fresh curry leaves. But the main thing with the curry leaves, you always stir them to get the aroma. So smell first. I wish you can smell too.
Yes.
So always try to tear them to get the aroma and also to release the flavors for your goodness. So always try to do that step. Then it's the aroma once you tear them and goes into the, did you hear that sizzle? So you can feel you are in here today. That's how you feel when you hear that sizzling. So you are not in the Zoom, you are in here with me today. So today I'm going to add carrot. Of course, you can add mooli, or you can add drumsticks, but I couldn't get them. They are long ones. In Telugu, we call it mulakkaya, but I couldn't get them in Indian shops. So I'm just adding the carrots. But you can add sweet potato, mooli, aubergine, anything, whichever ones you like them. But try to chop them nice big chunks so they don't get mashed when it's cooking. You can add any vegetable you wish. There is no such thing or you have to only add this. But in traditional sambar, all they usually we add is the drumsticks, the long mulakkai. That's what we call.
Yeah,
mulakkai in Telugu we call.
And mulakka's got so many health benefits in it.
Yeah, it's so much healthy though. If you can get them, especially now it's the season, you should get them. So next I'm adding 1 to 2 tomatoes. In goes.
So when you add the mulakka, do you cut it into pieces, or do you put, how do you use that? You
so
wash
what
it
I do is I will cut them into small squares. So you take the skin off first, peel the skin off, and then you wash them, and then you cut them into something this size. They're so good though. If you can just put everything in the mouth and try to squeeze it, and also if you can chew it, that's also good. Of course, you can't keep the pulp in the mouth. You just put it in, nicely chew it with all the juices comes in, and take the pulp out. And adding some coriander. And we are mixing again. Ah, the smell. So now, next I'm adding, I'm sure everybody knows the hing. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of hing here, sorry. So what I do with the hing is, you can get the powder or you can get the blocks like this. So the best advice I can give you is try to use the blocks. Bring the blocks in, try to fry them slightly in the dry pan, and then try to blend it in a dry spice blender. The amazing, the aroma and the authentic taste, that's how you get it. If you can. So I always do that. I will bring them in, I will try to blend it and then make it into the powder and keep it in a small bottle like this. But the difference from the powder that you buy from the shop, the one you can make it at home, is it's not, I can't explain it. That's how authentic you can get if you try to do these things at home. So all I'm adding is like a small half a teaspoon, full half a teaspoon into there. If you want, you can add half more spoon. So teaspoon and then half, tiny bit. That's all you need. But it's the aroma and the authentic taste when you do your own thing at home is amazing. Hing is so good that we all know it's so many health benefits. All our Indian spices, it's all from Ayurvedic. That's how they all came up. So a lot of them got lots of goodness in them. And the traditional thing, the main thing is the jaggery that we put in the sambar. I know a lot of people don't know that one. So it's the small block of jaggery. Lot of people in here put the sugar, white sugar, I believe in. But I don't like that one. I always put jaggery because we all know how good jaggery is, full of iron. So if you can put jaggery, please try to do it with a lot of recipes. I don't use honey, I don't use sugar, I try to use jaggery in lot of my ingredients. When you know things that are good for ourselves, it's good to try to alternate that way and make it healthier. Of course, when we go somewhere, you have to have it. There's no other option. But if we can make ourselves healthy, that we know that's the best way to introduce to our food. Next one is the Sambal powder that I made at home. Again, it's in my recipe link, how to make it. But when you're making, I can show you how to make it at home also. So easy. You just make it like a big box and keep it in an airtight container. It stays for a month if you can do it once. So I got it in here. I'm just putting 2 to 3 tablespoons of sambar powder. So 1, 2, and then 3.
Maybe you should start selling these sambar bottles. Make them at home and we will buy them.
Yeah. And then
for our busy lives.
And the next thing is you are just adding like a pinch or half a teaspoon of black pepper. Even black pepper I try to blend at home. with the spice blender again. I just bring the packet and then I just blend it at home. Much stronger, much authentic than the one you buy from supermarkets. So you mix again with all these ingredients. खुशबू आ रहे सांबर का खुशबू
खुशबू भी आ रही है, हम आंखों के साथ खा भी रहे हैं.
Yeah. So you have to all quickly come. The once I finish the class, quickly come into the car and then drive. I'm most happy. I will be waiting to serve you all. So next.
Thank you.
So the sambar, if you want to, you can add half a teaspoon of ghee. Completely optional. If you want to, you can add it in. Any ghee, whichever you use at home. So once you mix everything in there.
So do you make your own ghee or do you have the tin ghee?
Sometimes I get the tin, or what I do is I just buy organic one, Yo Valley organic one from any supermarket, and I try to melt in a pan, and I just take all the fat off when it's boiling, and once it cool down, I just put it in a steel box or something. That's how I use the ghee. So you just remove all the fat, and the next one I'm going to put the garlic. Same old traditional way I'm going to do this. That's where all the flavor releases in. So if you can, try to add garlic doing the old way. Much better and lot of flavors comes in. And we all know how good is garlic for health. And you just put it in your sambar. Don't forget to wash your hands. And then mix again. Always try to mix when you're adding each ingredient. So that way it's all mixing with the spices. Next, I'm going to add turmeric. So what I did here is I just took small block of turmeric. I just put it in a warm water. Once it cools down, what you need to do is you just need to squeeze with your hands like this. And then all you need to add is the pulp, thick paste, not the pulp. So I will show you. So you just squeeze. And then you just hold it onto the side, all the pulp. And then you just pour it into the vegetables. So see, that's all the pulp left. So you don't need the pulp. You just need to soak it like a 2-3 minutes. That's all you need. And now we're going to add a teaspoon of salt in here. I got my spice box ready now. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. So that's teaspoon, so that's why I'm adding 2. So that's 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, haldi, and 2 to 3 teaspoons of dry coconut, desiccated coconut. But if you got fresh coconut at home, please try to grate it and put it in. That's much better than adding the desiccated coconut. So roughly 2, 3, 4 tablespoons, doesn't matter how much you are adding in, but that gives you wonderful taste. And 1 small teaspoon of chili powder. That's completely optional. If you don't want to add chili powder, you don't have to, because we already got chili in the sambar powder, and we already added green chilies. We also added red dry chilies. But Putting bit more chili powder gives you nice, that authentic taste, but it's optional. If you want to add it, if you don't want to, you don't have to. So that's all we need. We don't need any spice boxes. So mix again. So here I got tur dal. I just boiled 1 cup of tur dal ready. It's pure tur dal, the dry tur dal. I just boiled in water. I didn't add anything in this one and made it nice and paste, as you can see. It's just 1 cup of tur dal, that's all it is. Try and use, if you can, the dry tur dal, not the oily one. Then you will get like a proper Indian sambar. So try to use the dry one only if you can. So you're just adding that into here. Usually in restaurants, sambar is very watery, but if you making at home, try to make it a bit more thicker. So when you're dipping idli or whatever, if you're having with rice or dosa, it will give you more authentic taste. So what you do here is, in this pan, I'm adding some water. Just to make it a bit thin, the sambar, not too thin. So you just take all the dal, everything from the pan. Dal is high in proteins, we all know that. So pour it in there. So what I always remember in my classes is, whenever you use the pans, try to put them straight in the sink. So that way we are also tidying up while we're cooking, which is most important. So you can see how it's nicely loosened up a little bit, not too thick. Always try to make it sambar a bit more thicker when you're making at home. So that gives you more flavor when you're having it, when you especially having with dosa or idli. When you're dipping and removing it with your hands, you will get nice thick dal in your hand, nice thick sambar. So you don't need to make that much runny like you have it in restaurants. When you're picking up, you won't get anything to your hands or to the spoon. It's always drips. So try to keep it a bit thicker at home. So if you think it's too thick, you can just add tiny bit of water, because once it starts to bubble, it will get a bit thicker anyway. So I will add a bit of coriander on top. So we will just leave it to boil now. That's sambar. What do you think? You got any doubts or anything you want me to repeat again for the sambar?
No, that's beautifully done. Very nice.
No, it's okay. You okay, Jayashree? Any doubts?
I wanted to ask you, do you put the dal after it's boiled? Do you pass it through the sieve to make it one even paste?
No, no need, Jayashree. No, you just cook like any dal when you're cooking. You just you don't need to do anything. You just mix it with a spoon or something. It's nice and paste already. So you just drop it like I showed you. That's all you need to do. You don't.
And you
need
don't.
to push it to sieve.
And you don't add any spices or salt, nothing.
Nothing. So if you want, you can add haldi. I mean turmeric. So if you want, you can add turmeric and then boil it. It's totally up to you. But for me, I will be adding anyway with tadka, everything. So whenever I do with the dal, I always try to do plain. And then, of course, you will add something, isn't it? You will add tomatoes or sambar or dal or spinach. So that's the time I usually add all the spices, salt, everything. So if you want, of course, you can add tiny bit of haldi in it and then boil it proper way. When it's nice and paste, then you can, it's easy to prepare sambar, but only thing is you need to be organized. That's all it is. So cut the vegetables first, keep the dal ready and soak the turmeric ready and keep all your spice boxes next to you. When they're all up there, it's easy for you to do step by step. So that's why all my classes, I always say organizing is the best tip I can give. Especially with the Zoom, it's easy when you got everything up here. When I'm saying something, you are adding them. If you're not organized, you are running all over the place and some you may miss out, stuff like that. So traditional sambar is easy, but you have to organize. The best thing is if you can make sambar powder at home, that's where it will give you nice, yummy, authentic taste. Believe me, try to make sambar powder at home. It's the same. I will try to make sambar powder. I will try to make garam masala, coriander powder, black pepper at home. Keep them in a boxes, but that usually comes like a month or 2 months. But whatever you make at home, that's all you need. I only use the garam masala and coriander powder. And all the dishes, whoever comes to my home or my children's, they always say, so full of flavors, mom, because you are making them the spice. That's all I use, the main garam masala in all the dishes. You just need to have that patience to do once and keep them in the dabba. And then it stays for a month. And whenever you are busy, you just come home, and you got homemade spices. And you're happy, isn't it? Because you know what gone in there. So you feel more happy to have your own spices. So
another question, do you not have chutneys? Like coconut chutney?
Yeah, I will make coconut chutney. I will make peanut chutney with idli sambar. But it's nicer. I thought, okay, when I'm showing the classes, it's nicer to just follow 1 or 2 dishes. That way you will learn it proper way. If I include something else, it's like too many ingredients you have to organize and too much follow. That's so I always thought it nice. If I want to show, it's nice to show authentic 1 or 2 dishes, then you will follow nicely. And same time, if you're cooking with me, you don't have so many ingredients that you have to, oh my God, oh, I need to keep ingredients for this. So it's nicer way if you can learn 1 or 2. It's easy. We can chat like this. So if any doubts, if there are so many things we're making once, it's like, oh, it's confusion, isn't it? So
let's have a look at your idlis now.
Yay! See, I can see Shaguftagi is wearing itching. So now I'm switching the main steamer off. Ta-da! So I'm just we just put the lid on for the sambar. I just waiting for 1 bubble to come for the sambar. So put the lid on fully. So now I switched off the steamer. So I can show you nice plating also. Just putting all the plates ready here.
Meenakshi, if you wanted to keep these idlis warm before serving and all that, you can just leave them in the steamer, or do you put them in some box?
You know what I do, Shagustaji, when I'm serving to my family, usually what I do is I will only take 1 tray at a time.
Yeah.
So you just take 1 tray, you just serve with the plates or this and that, and then you just keep it in the steamer. And when that's finished, your family, so the best thing what I do is I will just put this one same like this on the table. And then I will just remove 1 tray. I will serve to everyone. Okay, mom, we finished this one, and take 1 more tray. That way, if they are fresh and they are, because once you remove them from the steamer, they get cold so quickly within minutes.
Yeah.
So with idlis, and especially with idli or dosa, you can't preheat them like that. because with anything else, so if they're cold, you can preheat them, isn't it? But,
Yeah.
with Idli Sambar, you can't actually do those things. So, so I'm going to take the lid off now. Are you all ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Eagerly waiting to see the idlis rise.
So always the safety way when you're taking any lid off, try to remove it towards the wall side so the steam is not coming straight to your face. So even if you are teaching your children, this is the safety way to teach them. Always remove the lid towards that way. So it's the safe, it's not coming straight onto your face. So I'm going to remove the tray so you can see. Hold it tight. Garam, garam.
Idli.
Idli, ready, ready, ready. So I will show you. I will show you how to remove them from the tray now. So see, almost the water is gone from that bowl. So I will also show you why I didn't put the last tray. And even the cake is finished now with the rice cooker. So I switched that one off. I can remove that one later on. So say garam garam idli is ready. So what you do is you just remove this bit on the top. And the tip is you take any cloth that you got in napkin or cloth. So you just hold onto the side, okay? Where there is no batter whatsoever. So try to remove the first tray. And then push the hot one onto the side. So you are not touching the hot trays. So there we go. Fresh batter idli is ready. So the knack to remove the fresh idlis is you just need some water in a bowl. Just put it there. So I just got some water in a bowl. And you have a teaspoon or tablespoon, whatever you got. You just put some water, you put your spoon in there. So this way it won't stick when you're removing the idlis from the tray. So first we're going to offer to the God, like I mentioned when we started the class. So the first idli I'm going to remove and offer to the God. So the knack is you hold the spoon this way and you remove idli this way. So all the way, don't lift it until you cut it off. And then your idli is here. And the first one, I'm going to offer to the God first. Om Namah Shivaya. With all of our names, I just offer to the God. So next, when you're offering to the God, you always add a bit of ghee on top of the idli. So just say Om Namah Shivaya. So I'm going to offer from all of us names. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
So that gone into the, so I always offer whenever I'm making veg dishes, I always try to offer God first. So next we can remove, if I can find the spoon. Where did I put the spoon?
It's
okay. There we go. I will show you again. So in water, just cold water, and remove the spoon. So doing this way, it won't stick to your spoon. That's all it is. So remove it again.
Did you say hot water or cold water?
No, just any water, just cold water. You know, it doesn't need to. So if you think it's sticking, you just do it again into the water. Of course, when they're little cool down, you can take them with this hand also. You don't need to use spoon, but it's hot now. So I'm just going to show you a small presentation. So it's the same knack. You just try to put the spoon inside and remove it, and they will come nicely. So each time you are removing one, you just do it this way. So the knack is just go around from the deep side. See, it's usually when it's cooling down a little bit, they will come so easy. See how easy it came off? You just need to rest for a little bit and then they will come off nicely. So the first tray is finished. You just soak them with water. And the sambar is ready now. So it's nice and cold now, so I can remove them into the tray. So you can serve this one into the table when your family is ready for dinner. So I'm just removing like this. And then straight away, if you put them in the sink, they will nicely. See, you can see I didn't put it on the bottom tray, but you can see there is some water came onto the tray. So that's the reason I always say don't use the bottom tray. So then they will all come nicely. It's nice and cold now. The tray is getting cooler, so I'm getting idlis nicely. See, they will just come off. You don't need to put any effect whatsoever. You just do that. And you just do this. They will come off. Once it's cooled down, they will come easily. They won't take any time. So our tray is done. So I'll show you the cake that we also put like a block, isn't it? So I will show you that, and the sambar is ready. So it's ready to have. So this is how it's nicely done in the cooker. So you just remove this tray. I will show you how it looks. So you just remove it from the cooker. Look at that. It's just like a cake, but you don't need actual tray for this. So all you do for this is you just bring knife, any knife, and it's the same procedure again. You just dip it into your water and you just cut them like you do like a triangles, or if you want, you can, children can help you with this one. And then when they are cooled down, they will usually come like a nice shape for you. But they need to be cooled down though. If you take it too sooner, they will break. So there's the idli. You can do it in a bowl also. Let's see what our sambar is now. So that's the idli for you. Now I will show you the sambar. It's nicely bubbling and ready. So it's the same. Safety comes first. Always remove the lid towards the wall. And then keep it far so you don't, by mistake, you don't touch the hot plate. Look at that. Nice.
You know, your mom's given you such good training.
See how nice and thick it is. It's not watery that you will see in restaurant, isn't it? And the aroma, because I added fresh hing, everything. It's the
Meenakshi,
Hi Ji.
can you take your camera towards that, because I can't really see the sambar properly.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Because there's a lot of light going on it, so I can't see what it looks like or the color.
Right. Okay. Yeah. There we go. See?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
It's bubbling and it's ready now, so I can switch it off
Mm-hmm.
and try to take the aroma. Everybody breathe in.
Yeah. Lovely. Very tasty.
I'll put them into a
Nice
bowl.
smell.
It's nice and thick. That's what I love about it. When you have in restaurants, I don't know why they make it too runny, so you can't even get anything for the rice or anything. So I don't understand why they do that though. They always give you so runny. Maybe because they want more quantity to cover for so many people. So I'll put them in this plate.
When we went to Kyle, their sambar was nice and thick.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Their sambar was good.
So you just put some coriander on top. And what I do is I will put sambar in this one, so my family can have it nicely on the table. The aroma of all the spices, fresh sambar powder is amazing. So you just hold it tight and you just pour it in a bowl. Sambar is very good for health, especially if you make it at home. It's so many health benefits that you can see there's no chemicals whatsoever went in. So it's easily, say, full bowl of sambar.
Yeah.
So we
Very
put
nice
it here.
and simple
Nice.
thing.
Very simple, very simple.
Yeah.
All you need to do is a bit more patience.
Yeah,
And
be organized and everything,
Yeah,
and
that's
it is
all.
quite nice and simple. Yeah,
It's very
because
simple. It's
the
how
day-
you organize, that's all it is. And you
Yeah.
put some coriander on top. Of course, how much coriander you want, you can put it. And there's our cake. Ta-da! See how
Thank
easy
you.
it is. I will
Yeah,
show
that's
you.
lovely.
So that's ready for go on to the table so family can enjoy Idli Sambar. And this is small presentation. Usually all my presentations, my son is the one going to enjoy it.
Mm.
So if you want to, you can just put drop of ghee on top. It's up to you. So that's Idli Sambar.
That's lovely. Thank you. One question I wanted to ask about.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
when you do the coconut chutney, I know you've been through the recipe and all that. If it is fresh coconut, then you break it and you scoop it out with a machine or something. That machine thing. No.
Usually
you take the blocks out.
Yeah, so it's in the shell, isn't it? In the brown
Yes.
shell. So you just take knife and I just cut it like a small cubes inside the shell, and I just remove the coconut pieces. That's all I do.
And
So
then you just grind them.
Yeah.
Blend
so
them
what
or
I do
grind
is
them
I will
with
put
water.
tadka, I will put coconut, everything in same pan. I will just fry all of them together and I will just blend it with tiny bit of water and turmeric. I will put turmeric in water also. And I will show you, definitely I will show you in next class or something.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
How you felt, Jay Shri, Alkaji?
I liked it very much. It's a different way of doing it. Like never seen actually the South Indian way. So it's nice to see.
Thank you. Yeah, everybody follows different ways, but everybody knows Idli, Sambar, and usually Dosa all these things came up from proper South Indian. So that's why everybody's liking it. When I want to take the classes, I always want to take it like a proper classes, so showing how to make batter and how to make it everything from start. So I don't want to make it on the shortcuts. Of course, if you can also show it towards MTR powder, this and that. But I thought there's no fun in showing that way. It's easy way, isn't it? So obviously you will only do Idli Sambar once. You don't keep on doing every 2 weeks. We don't do the batter and this and that. You will just have once, and you can have 1 week or 2 weeks. You got the batter ready. But it's nice if you can make it fresh and proper way. So hope you liked it, Jayashree. So our next class will be. So
I'd like to learn the dosa, because when we do at home, it's so thick, like looks like uttapa.
Yeah, it's just the knack, that's all, Jayashree. Once you pick up that knack, you will wonder yourself, oh wow, it's so easy, Meena, but it's the only thing, you just need to have that knack. But let me know whenever you are ready, just say, oh Meena, can I book with you? So you can, I will show you from how to make the batter the day before. And then when the class is there, I will show you so many ways. I can show you the masala, paneer, or plain. Usually we will say like a tall standing dosa, isn't it? So, so those things I usually do in my classes and show how to do it. So not to worry, you will get it. It's not tough and tough. It's the only thing is organize, plan, and then once you make dosa batter at home, you can have it so many dosas, almost you can get like a 20 dosas with so many varieties. You can make plain, onion, paneer, masala. Sometimes I show like a chicken. You can make nice chicken like a curry and then put it on there. You can make with egg. There are so many variations. Once you have proper batter, you can do in different ways.
We'll definitely contact you for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Jayashree. Our next class is on 31st.
Yeah, 31st.
Because, it's supposed to be on 24th, but that week we are going to Edinburgh. I won't be here. So I just took 1 week break. The week after on Tuesday, we will be doing puris, homemade puris. I will be showing you how to make the batter, everything. And then we are making dough, everything, and making fresh puris. And that goes with the kurma. So proper South Indian kurma with coconut milk. So if you want to, you can make with potato, paneer, or you can put chicken, prawns, whatever options you want to. But you will learn proper.
So when is that? That's
on
a week before?
31st, Shaguftaji.
Okay, 31st, you're going to show us the puris and all that? Is that what? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So puris and kurma. So
yeah. Okay. Another time, I want you to show us how to make doklas.
I'm not that master with the dokla, Shaguftaji.
Okay. Okay, that's more Gujarati. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I love to learn. I always want to make fresh Gujarati fresh dokla. Always love to make it. But I tried once. I didn't get it proper way. So I thought, okay, I want someone to show me how to make it proper dokla, because my family love it.
Yeah,
when
me
you
too.
make
I
fresh
love
dokla at home, it's same like this. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
maybe we'll get one of the Gujarati ladies to make it for us.
We
and
got
show it to
Jayashree
us.
here already, so
Yes.
We make it with chana flour, the
Chana, besan,
besan flour.
besan.
And it's just exactly what you do with idli, but with chana flour. Honestly, it works so well. But over there, you do the tarka and pour over it on top.
Yeah.
It does work out very nicely.
Do you bind your chana lot with yogurt, or do you bind it with water?
Just water. No
water.
yogurt.
Okay.
Just water, yeah.
No
I
yogurt,
love to,
just water.
Jayashree. I definitely want to learn from you, Jayashree, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
We
me
do
too.
put, yeah, sure. We do put little bit of, what do you call it? Soda bicarbonate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can use Eno as well, but I use soda bicarbonate.